What happens when you mix uncontrollable rage,
You're bad. I really. Oh yeah, really?
I'm gonna fucking swat your house. Shut the fuck up.
stupidity,
Knock at the door, knock at the door.
Does he have more weapons in the house? Yes or no?
Keep going, keep going! He's knocking at the door.
and a loose grasp of reality?
The FBI is just after me because I'm a time traveler.
Well, you get one of the most dangerous psychopathic creators whose actions spread across hundreds of victims. In my previous video on Sydiced, I extensively detailed the progression of his transformation, yet in a mere 4 months since that video's release, a plethora of new evidence has emerged. In this video, we'll deep dive into the destructive and illegal actions carried out by Sydiced that led him to become the most dangerous user in Roblox history. The beginning of Sydiced started with his original channel named Noptism, creating Roblox commentary videos. The channel started racking up a fair share of views, but the plot thickened when a tweet triggered a downward spiral of his reputation within the Roblox community. Soon after, though, he decided to create an entirely new online alias we all know as Sydiced. The content at the start was about exactly the same as his last channel, but because of his reputation, he couldn't get it anywhere close to the same relevance as Noptism. Frustrated with his slow growth, an even darker side of Sydiced was brewing, as he turned to unethical tactics to boost his online presence.
KreekCraft just got banned from Roblox, but I bet you 100,000.
Sydiced initiated a practice of crafting highly deceptive thumbnails and titles in the realm of Roblox to bait viewers, and soon after, he delved into a strategy known as short spamming. YouTube short spamming involves excessively uploading a mass amount of YouTube shorts for quick views. A closer look at his comments section revealed a stark truth. There was a glaring absence of genuine engagement. The scarcity of authentic interactions made it abundantly clear that he had no dedicated audience. Sydiced produced a series of videos, almost a dozen in number, discussing the tragic passing of a creator named Parlo. These videos suggested that Parlo had took his own life, as he hadn't uploaded for months at a time. However, the shocking truth would come to light nearly a year after Parlo's disappearance, when Parlo himself emerged to debunk Sydiced's lies. Unbeknownst to Sydiced, Parlo had been secretly working on a document that exposed the sinister double life of Sydiced's illegal online activities. Parlo's document revealed that Sydiced has been directly operating and spearheading a doxing group known as XD Gamer. The group was responsible for orchestrating severe harassment directed at Parlo, ultimately leading to his initial disappearance from the internet. The repercussions of this harassment were profound. Parlo was doxed and swatted numerous times as a result of the actions of this group. The relentless torment reached a harrowing point where Parlo struggled with his mental and well-being.
And this actually might be the end of Roblox Parlo. Literally like the end, like the physical ending of Parlo.
Attempting to take his own life multiple times due to the distress inflicted by Sydiced and his accomplices. We'll get back to this later. Following the release of Parlo's document, Sydiced seemingly disappeared from online platforms. However, he shifted his attention towards another Roblox creator who had recently overtaken him in subscribers, Stake. In Stake's earlier days as a small creator, Sydiced frequently resorted to stealing videos from him, but everything took a dramatic turn when Stake decided to confront Sydiced head-on. He created a video that directly called out Sydiced, amassing over 7 million views. This comedic exposed video was filmed with Stake humorously sitting on a toilet, playfully mocking Sydiced's subpar imitations of Stake's videos.
I just found out that there's a YouTuber who is completely copying my video, so I thought I'd expose him. I'm gonna do the rest of this video pooping. I think it would be really funny if a video of me pooping on the toilet got more likes than every one of his videos combined. So smash the like button! So the name of this YouTube channel is called Sydiced Out of Context. Sound familiar? Yeah, it's because he completely copied my name. To be fair, he did say his channel was inspired by Stake Out of Context, but the videos he posts make that worthless, because he's literally copying my entire video idea and my entire video script. You just got called out by a guy literally taking a huge poop. Get wrecked.
While intended purely as a joke, this video resulted in Sydiced getting banned from YouTube on his first channel, which seemed to mess with Sydiced on a deeply personal level. What started as a humor and became an obsession that Sydiced would never shake off. This fixation evolved into a disturbing attachment bordering on a stalker-like obsession, with Stake at the center. This attachment led Sydiced to take extreme measures. He embarked on a campaign of harassment, launched a series of fictitious copyright strikes against Stake's channel. The aim was clear: to obtain Stake's personal information through these deceptive means.
I started my channel, he gives me a fake copyright strike, he gives my brother a fake copyright strike, and he uses those copyright strikes to gain my information and spam all my information in my Discord server over and over and over and over again while I'm streaming.
During the YouTube copyright strike process, when a creator appeals a strike, the claimant of the strike, Sydiced in this case, gains access to the appealing creator's information. This maneuver was not only a violation of the terms of services, but also a manipulative ploy to obtain personal details for malicious purposes, which is highly illegal. The path that Sydiced was willing to take just to attack Steak was only just beginning to unfold. Steak was left with no other choice but to appeal Sydiced strikes, a move that granted Sydiced access to Steak's personal information, including his full name and residential address. After Sydiced gained his personal information, he started a doxing campaign against Steak, which resulted in all of Steak's information being leaked to the public. Soon after, he started tormenting Steak to yet another distressing level by orchestrating the delivery of dozens of cash order pizzas to Steak's residence.
Alright, 6 months later, he starts harassing me in real life. He starts ordering pizzas to my house. They would call the local pizza place, order a cash-only order that was under $49, so they didn't pay for it. They did this probably 20 times, okay?
To provide a first-hand perspective on this situation, I had the opportunity to interview one of the students at Sydiced school, and this is what he said.
He's told me about Steak.
What exactly has he told you about Steak?
Well, I mean, I just know that I remember he tried sending pizzas to his house, and like at school. Actually, he tried sending pizzas.
He tried to do that at school?
On the school computer.
If that wasn't bad enough, soon after this, Steak began noticing unsettling events unfolding right outside of his house.
I come upstairs, my mom says there's been these police cars that have been passing our house. And I go to the police station a couple days later, and they told me that somebody tried to swat me. Okay? This kid tried to call in a fake bomb threat to my house. He tried to swat me.
Sydiced reported a fabricated bomb threat targeted at Steak's residence, with the apparent intention of a SWAT team intervention, which jeopardized the safety and well-being of Steak and his family. These actions were not isolated incidents anymore. They were part of a calculated effort to inflict mental and emotional harm on Steak. But Sydiced would take his harassment to a new disturbing level when he would make an attempt on Steak's life.
I have an autoimmune disease, which makes me really vulnerable to diseases. And if I get sick, I can die really easily. This person sent a positive COVID test kit to my house to try and infect me, to kill me.
It's important to note that Sydiced was well aware of Steak's health condition, making this targeted action all the more malicious. The distressing action constitutes not only a morally reprehensible act, but also a felony with potential life-threatening consequences. Steak is currently looking towards taking a stand against these heinous actions, and he's actively exploring legal recourse to hold Sydiced accountable for his deeds.
Okay, take him to court. Oh, believe me. Believe me. Believe me. It's coming, alright? I've spent thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars to try, and I'm not even trying anymore. It's happening.
A few weeks later, I ended up having a private conversation with Steak to get a look into his history with Sydiced. To my surprise, I learned that this situation dates back to 2021, when Sydiced was still going by his alias Snoptism. As previously mentioned, Steak had frequently expressed his concerns about Sydiced copying his videos. This reached a point where Sydiced went as far as stealing one of Steak's entire videos, leading Steak to file a copyright strike against Sydiced's channel. It's important to note that just before this incident, Sydiced had sent 3 fraudulent copyright strikes to his brother's channel, putting the channel at risk of termination. When Sydiced received the copyright strike from Steak, he attempted to act friendly in an effort to have the strike removed. However, Steak, still upset about Sydiced's action on his brother's channel, didn't take this seriously and humorously requested a shoutout. Sydiced responded by flaunting his subscriber count and further insulting Steak. In response, Steak taunted Sydiced by asking, "Okay, but how does it feel to have a strike?" The following week, Sydiced resorted to criminal action by filing another fraudulent copyright strike against Steak using a different alias. It became evident that this was Sydiced when the claimant used the same phrase Steak had used earlier. Sydiced then attempted to blackmail Steak by stating if he didn't remove the strike on Nautism, he would send another strike. Upon hearing this, Steak promptly reported the situation to YouTube support, and the strike was removed. It appears that the channel Sydiced used to file the fake strike was also taken down, as when searching for the name of the claimant, it yielded no result. After his nearly 2-year spree of attacking Steak, Sydiced returned with a vengeance. this time opting for a more public display of harassment. This instance revealed his deteriorating mental state as he plunged into stalker-like obsessions with a content creator he had never even interacted with before. His target was Olix, and his actions spoke volumes about his escalating malice. Sydiced's fixation on Olix reached disturbing heights as he embarked on a spree of over 40 videos, each accusing Olix of the wildest things ever. These included, but were not limited to, racism, animal abuse, and the worst of them being grooming allegations. The accusations of racism were founded on poorly cropped messages, which Olix claimed were fabricated. Notably, Olix is an openly black content creator, adding a layer of irony to these allegations. Sydiced's response was nothing short of malicious. He proceeded to craft AI-generated videos of Olix using racial slurs, accompanied by photoshopped video titles and thumbnails. Despite the baseless and fictitious nature of Sydiced's claims about Olix, the videos he created garnered hundreds of thousands of views. This campaign succeeded in smearing Olix's name to such an extent that Olix felt compelled to directly respond on his own channel, addressing and debunking these harmful allegations. Sydiced's harassment of Olix has persisted, continuing to this very day. The long-lasting period of harassment shows how really disturbed Sydiced is and how he keeps picking on innocent creators without stopping. Imagine this. Sydiced swatting an individual all because they had deleted one of his YouTube comments. Following his targeting of Olix, Sydiced's actions didn't cease. Instead, he retreated into the shadows, focusing on tormenting those who dared to express negativity about him privately, often aided by his network of doxing associates. One of his victims was Nift, a small Roblox YouTuber with around 1,000 subscribers. Sydiced randomly left a comment on Nift's YouTube channel that read, "Nobody knows you, little bro," seemingly aiming to assert his status over her. However, when Nift decided to delete the comment, Sydiced grew infuriated. This led to a Twitter outburst and, disturbingly, an intrusive mission to unearth Nift's personal information. A few weeks passed, and out of the blue, Zone published Nift's complete docs, accompanied by an onslaught of numerous SWAT calls.
So on May 19th, Sydiced attempted to dox me because I deleted his comment from my YouTube video. He then started to rant on Twitter about it for some reason, saying I was infringing his human rights, and like other ridiculous shit. So I started looking into the Sydiced character. From what I saw, he was a horrible person. I made a tweet talking about what happened, and then all of a sudden Sydiced began spreading my real info. Ever since May 19th up to this day of this recording, on July 6th, he's been harassing me non-stop and attempted to swat me over 3 times, and also made a false FBI report labeling me as a terrorist.
For some context, Zone was a doxing group that Sydiced had once led. However, the group eventually turned against them, prompted by the disturbing nature of Sydiced's actions. Following this fallout, I was invited to join a group chat where I gained access to a substantial amount of evidence that pointed directly at Sydiced. This evidence made it clear that he was not only responsible for the doxing, but also the swatting of Nift along with many others. During that period, a user named Yblock, who was best friends with Sydiced, had his Discord account hijacked. Following the hacking incident, all of Yblock's direct messages were leaked, showing that Sydiced had placed a call to the Philadelphia Police Department falsely claiming that Nift was planting a bomb. This threat was a distorted response to Nift's statement, "Subscriber, I'm going to your house," which was clearly intended as a joke. It's crucial to stress that this action is unequivocally illegal and highlights the severity of the alarming behavior that transpired during this time. As we delve into the topic of swatting, it's important to highlight a particularly relevant incident involving Sydiced. There exists a video where Sydiced is purposely heard swatting a YouTuber in real time during a Discord server interaction.
Hey Dylan, can you go knock on the door for me? Go knock on the door, hurry. Go fast, knock on the door, knock on the door, knock on the door, knock on the door.
Does he have more weapons in the house? Yes or no?
Door. Keep going, keep going! He's knocking at the door.
While I'm unable to display the full video here due to potential age restrictions, I've included a link in my Discord server which you can review after. The audio in the video strikingly resembles Sydiced's voice, and it's worth noting that he's known to utilize alternate accounts and has connections to servers involving doxing and swatting. This unsettling revelation underscores the serious nature of his actions and the potential risks they pose to others. In the very same video, you can also hear Sydiced say racial slurs multiple times.
Wait, try to DM him, try to DM him. Wait, no, wait, try to get that nigga to make a group chat. Try to make that nigga to make a group chat. Your friend, your mutual friend. He has a mutual friend.
Oh yeah, Linux,
yeah. Get that nigga, make a group chat with him.
Returning to the topic of the doxing group Zoned that's owned by Sydiced, it's worth noting that the group's operation began by targeting any YouTuber who engaged in even the slightest negative action towards Sydiced. This was executed through a fake Discord account named RTC_Kev, which was actually Sydiced himself. Under this disguise, Sydiced would approach YouTubers offering them a supposed NordVPN sponsorship. However, this sponsorship was in reality a scam, meticulously crafted to deceive individuals into doxing themselves.
Sometime in April, Sydiced used an alt account called RTCKev to offer me a NordVPN sponsorship. From what I remember, he asked me if I already had NordVPN and asked me to show him if I did. I ended up sharing my screen and leaked my IP address by accident. Then I realized that something was off and realized it was Sydiced behind the account.
Sydiced's manipulative approach within this group not only underlines the calculated nature of his actions, but also the lengths he would go to in order to carry out his evil agenda. Another deeply concerning incident involving the doxing group Zoned was their operation of a fake Hasm account on Twitter. This account targeted children, inciting them with the promise of free Robux in exchange for providing their home address. Shockingly, the post garnered hundreds of replies, some of which actually containing genuine addresses. When prominent figures within the Roblox community raised their voices against this malicious activity, they were subjected to public doxing. This disturbing sequence of events further eliminates the gravity of the situation and danger posed by Sydiced. Following the disturbing incident involving the fake Hasm account, the doxing group Zone disbanded. Members of the group expressed that they believe Sydiced was displaying disturbing behavior and that he had been manipulating them to carry out reprehensible actions. He initiated raids on numerous Discord servers within the Roblox Twitter community, flooding them with NSFW images, offensive slurs, and vulgar content. In addition to these disruptive actions, he promoted his YouTube channel, urging people to subscribe. After his disruptive Discord raids, Sydiced returned to his original target, Parlo, who had initially created a document revealing his actions. This document, which Sydiced sometimes falsely claims to have debunked, still stands as a factual account according to Parlo himself. Despite laying low for a few months and focusing on harassing numerous YouTubers, the account known as XDGamer resurfaced in mid-April, coinciding with Parlo's return to YouTube. During this period, XDGamer began relentlessly harassing Parlo along with any other victims of the group. The severity of the harassment extended beyond the internet, encompassing threats of swatting, shootings, unsolicited deliveries of pizzas, and unimaginable online harassment. A particularly chilling testimony comes from an anonymous individual who had been subjected to XDGamer's ceaseless harassment.
Sydiced has harassed me a lot over the past few months. On multiple occasions, he threatened to release my private information online. They also contacted my school, attempting to ruin my life by lying about me, claiming that I'm a pedo. This ruined my life and forced me off the internet for safety.
The emerging details paint a compelling picture of Sydiced's deep involvement in the activities of XDGamer. The fact that certain information shared by XDGamer aligns closely with the information that only Sydiced could possess strongly suggests a connection between Sydiced and the doxing group. Moreover, the direct association between Sydiced and XDGamer is evident through their Twitter interactions, including private messages exchanged between them. This suggests that Sydiced is either heavily involved or potentially operating the doxing group himself. Sydiced's recent actions targeting Parlo are deeply disturbing. He has created videos mocking Parlo's attempted suicide and making fun of his vulnerable, suicidal messages on social media.
And this actually might be the end of Roblox Parlo. Literally like the end, like the physical ending of Parlo.
These actions lack empathy and cross ethical boundaries, exploiting personal struggles for cruelty and sensationalism. Throughout the past couple months, I've had hundreds of victims reach out to me to share their experience with Sydiced, and every single person who messaged me only had negative things to say. I've even had a few elderly people message me about their grandchildren being victims of Sydiced, and how Sydiced sent them pizzas every day for almost a month, rounding up to almost $2,000 in charges for the pizza. Some are probably wondering why law enforcement hasn't intervened in this situation yet. The truth is, multiple victims have taken matters into their own hands, filing police reports against Sydiced. However, it seems that these reports have fallen on deaf ears, as law enforcement appears to be disinterested or indifferent to the gravity of the situation. Unfortunately, it often takes a significant incident to promote action from the authorities. Since the release of my original Sydiced video, I faced relentless harassment from XDGamer, including the posting of 17 fabricated doxes on me. Sydiced himself publicly engaged in doxing by sharing what he believed to be my address on his now banned Twitter account. Furthermore, he recreated this location within Bloxburg, which led to his permanent suspension from the game. In addition to these distressing incidents, I've received 7 fictitious copyright strikes across all of my channels. This forced me to provide my personal information to someone who is known for their doxing tendencies. It's worth highlighting the deceptive nature of these strikes. some of which were issued because Sydiced Roblox character was in the video. The fraudulent nature of these actions is undeniable. I took the necessary steps to appeal all 7 strikes, leading to the brief suspension of Sydiced's YouTube channel. However, to my astonishment, YouTube chose to unban Sydiced, despite his repeated harmful actions. This starkly highlights the challenges faced when dealing with platforms that seemingly allow such behavior to persist unchecked. I've taken to Twitter posting dozens of times about this blatant abuse of the YouTube's copyright system, with some posts gaining hundreds of likes. Regrettably, YouTube doesn't appear to be motivated enough to address the situation or even remove someone as dangerous as Sydiced. This is where your help comes in. In this video's description and the pinned comment, I've included a link to a tweet. This tweet will serve as a thread detailing to the heinous acts committed by Sydiced. Please like and retweet this, and please share this thread in order to bring this alarming situation to the attention of YouTube as soon as possible. Your support is crucial in shedding light on these issues and making a stand against such actions. I'd like to emphasize that I strongly advise against engaging directly with Sydiced or XD Gamer. They have been known to target even those who are simply fans of my content, and I genuinely care about your safety and well-being. Please prioritize your safety and avoid any direct interactions with these individuals. Stay vigilant and stay safe.
Yo, Gwamgo, you're very hypocritical. I hope you know that, my boy. I just want you to know, you're not gonna get far. You're not gonna get far, bro. You're fucking hypocritical, dog. You're fucking hypocritical.